Louise Thompson has told how she spent 5 weeks in hospital after nearly dying following the birth to her first child, a son named Leo, with fiancé Ryan Libby last month. The former Made in Chelsea star, 31, announced the birth of her little boy in an Instagram post on Thursday, but told how she suffered serious complications that left her intensive care. Louise shared the first picture of her adorable son on her page and admitted it wasn't easy to explain what has happened to her in recent weeks. The reality star announced that she was taking a break from social media on November 14, ahead of the birth, but had since been silent on Instagram up until now. The reality personality wrote, "Hello everyone. This post isn't an easy one for me to write. I have so many things that I want to say, but at the same time I'm struggling to find the words to explain what has happened to me and my family, so for now I will keep it quite simple. The reason I have been absent for weeks is because I have been very unwell. 5 weeks ago I gave birth to my beautiful baby boy Leo Hunter Libby, weighing in at 7 pounds. Unfortunately it wasn't the easiest start for either of us. One ended up in NICU and the other ended up in ICU." Reassuring her followers that Leo was not unwell for long, Louise said, whilst Leo made a fairly quick recovery. "I have been recovering in hospital for a month with various serious complications." Louise, who was recently involved in a house fire at her mother's house which meant she had nowhere to live while heavily pregnant, said that the two incidents have meant she has a new outlook on life. "In all honesty, I never imagined that so many bad things could happen to me, but to dance with death twice brings a whole new view of the world, a stark reminder of how short and sacred life really is. We need to start living, we need to start loving, we need to start enjoying every minute detail in life." Certainly easier said than done when you're stuck in mental and/or physical purgatory or dealing with serious illness, depression or the fear of the unknown, but if you do have the capacity, then try and cling on to any nuggets of good. And please be grateful for good health. The hard truth is that you don't know how lucky you are to have it until it's too late. Going on to reveal she is seeking psychological support following the trauma, Louise said, "The reality is that I am in a bit of a strange place mentally and physically, and I might be for a while, but that's just part of the me now and part of my recovery. It's not going to be easy or linear, but thankfully I am being offered some very valuable psychological help, and the good news is that I'm starting to experience some good hours as well as bad ones. Sometimes living hour by hour is your only option." Concluding by saying that things are on the up, Louise said, "I want to finish with some happy news. I have been given the green light and been discharged from hospital, which means that I'm able to recover from the comfort of my own home for Christmas. For the first time in a month I actually see a future where I get to live peacefully on this earth with my son. I can't wait to start our new journey together as a family of 3 and to start bonding little baby Leo." She concluded, "A massive thank you to everyone who has kept us in their thoughts and prayers. It is working. More thank yous to follow. I'm too overwhelmed and a bit scared right now. But I did want to send a prayer out to anyone who is also suffering and who might need love too. Life can be cruel and Christmas can be hard. It's a good time to remember those less fortunate, there are a lot of them. I've seen it." Louise's partner Ryan, 31, has yet to announce the birth of their little boy on his Instagram, however he has since updated his bio to read, "Daddy." Louise and Ryan received an influx of support from their friends and followers in the comments section of the post after sharing the news. Influencer Hattie Bourne, wrote, "He is perfect. Sending you so much love and strength. You've got this, Mama." Toei star Georgia Kusula said, "Sending you so much love. And congratulations, he is beautiful." Jessica Wright said, "Congratulations Louise, sending so much love strength to you right now. Leo looks amazing." While Pete Wicks penned, "Sending love to you, Ryan and the baby." Fern McCann said, "Sending so much love and strength my darling. Praying by for you. Congratulations on Leo. He looks so perfect." After seeing some of the messages, Louise wrote, "A massive thank you to everyone who has kept us in their thoughts and prayers. It is working. More thank yous to follow. I am a bit overwhelmed and scared right now. But I did want to send a prayer out to anyone who is also suffering and might need love too. Life can be cruel and Christmas can be hard. It's a good time to remember those less fortunate, there are a lot of them. I've seen it. It hasn't been an easy few months for the media personality, who revealed she had basically lived out of a car since being involved in the devastating house fire. In October, Louise admitted she had been experiencing a bit of social anxiety, and detailed how tough things have been since the crisis, which also concerned her mum, her fiancé and their dogs. Arms around her beloved pooches Koji and Toto, the Made in Chelsea star began her update by listing those she is thankful for. Fire officers, NHS staff, neighbors, family members, old friends, new friends, Instagram friends who I hardly know, my wonderful agency, brands I work with, the lady working behind the counter in the shop, my business partners, work colleagues, fitness clients, the lady in the park this morning, strangers on the street. Thank you for your incredible support," she wrote. She continued, "I have to say I am totally overwhelmed by the kindness and generosity that people offer up when trying to help someone get through a crisis. I have had messages from people that I've met once offer up their best friends, cousins, dogs, ex-girlfriends, dad's house in order to try to help. It means a lot. I feel incredibly lucky and I wish everyone could be this lucky." Louise was staying with her mother Karen at the time of the fire, while renovations were done on her southwest London home. Of her current living situation, she said, "We've moved in and out of 4 different hotel hostels over the past week and basically lived out of a car, and the truth is that it's been really tough. One of the hardest things to deal with has been the total lack of security and privacy. I'm experiencing a bit of social anxiety at the moment and sometimes I just want to hide away and not have to come into contact with other humans. You can't do that when you're nomadic." Louise is no stranger to showcasing her love for her furry friends and also gave fans an update on how they are doing. The other thing, which was arguably even harder, was having to spend 5 days nights without the dogs, who are basically my children. Sadly they aren't welcome everywhere and they just take so much looking after, which we couldn't do from the car. I was so paranoid that they would be heavily traumatized by the incident because they got lost in the smoke before being rescued by Ryan, but thankfully they seem to be okay and they have been impeccably looked after by Scott, Sam and Zara. A million thank yous, she remarked. Remaining optimistic, Louise said, "I had no idea how hard it was to find somewhere to stay on a short-term basis. Sadly my mum's house will take yonks to restore, so now we're just keeping our fingers and toes crossed for our own project. Thankfully we have found a temporary solution, which means that me, Ryan, Bump, Koji and Toto can camp out under one roof, sick, hopefully until the baby is born if needs be. She gave a special mention to Ryan, who she is expecting her first child with. Thanks for minimizing all stress at Ryan.libbauda man. I'd be screwed without you. Earlier on in the day, the mum-to-be, who is in her third trimester, put on a brave face as she told fans she was preparing for the chance of an early arrival. Off to go and scoop up our pram from my agent's office. It was delivered there last week during the chaos. Trying to make sure we have everything lined up in case we have an early arrival. With our current run of luck anything is possible, she said.